Let's start by getting one thing out of the way right at the top. There is no question whatsoever that Hillary Clinton committed multiple violations of federal law. For example, U.S. Code Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 101, Section 2071, Paragraph A says that anyone who removes and doesn't return any federal records, regardless of classification, has committed a felony.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No, we found work-related emails, thousands, that were not returned.
Paragraph B of that same statute says that anyone who attempts to conceal or destroy these records has committed a second felony, which specifically bars the offender from holding any office in the United States government.
Secretary Clinton said neither she nor anyone else deleted work-related emails from her personal account. Was that true?
There's no doubt that there were work-related emails that were removed electronically from the email system.
And finally, let's talk about U.S. Code Section 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information. In order to clear the legal bar for prosecution on that statute, that part of the United States Code, the prosecution would have to prove gross negligence on the part of Mrs. Clinton.
He said during his long statement that she was extremely careless. The first definition of gross negligence that comes up if you take out the legal dictionary is being extremely careless.
Any questions? FBI Director Comey, acting for reasons unknown and which do not make the slightest bit of difference to this case, laid out point by point the evidence of criminal violations, as well as exposing crooked Hillary's initial public statement as contempt for the American people so grand that it would have to be sifted through a very fine filter to find a single particle of that statement that was actually true. What David Horowitz called the most breathtaking fix in American history was so flagrant, so audacious, so shamefully and obviously crooked, and reeked of such bottomless contempt that I take exception to the idea, frequently stated, that they must take us for idiots. They don't take us for idiots. They take us for cowards. They know that we know, and they don't care. Why don't they care? Well, they don't care because we didn't do anything about changing implementation dates on Obamacare on a whim. We didn't do anything about the illegal, unconstitutional, dictatorial executive orders on something as hugely important as immigration. We didn't do anything when crooked Hillary cut back security in Benghazi while Ambassador Chris Stevens was begging for more security. And we didn't do anything when the President and the Secretary of State, who knew within 15 minutes that the Benghazi attack was well-planned, well-coordinated, and clearly foreseen and foreseeable, when those two people stood there in front of television cameras and claimed repeatedly that the disaster was the result of an obscure YouTube video and told the relatives of the heroes that died because of her contempt that she and the president were going to get the filmmaker responsible for their sons' deaths. Of course the fix is in. Of course it is. Of course we see right through it. They don't care. They've got us pegged. Oh, and one more little itty-bitty thing. Surely some of those top secret and above top secret emails went to and from the President of the United States of America. Now, fortunately for the Commander-in-Chief and the presumptive future Commander-in-Chief, laws don't apply to top Democrats. Laws are for the little people, for the great unwashed army of rubes and hicks out there in flyover country. You know, you and me. President Obama will not protect the American people. President Hillary Clinton will not protect the American people. The Justice Department will not protect the American people. The politically appointed generals in the Pentagon won't protect the American people, and now we realize that the Federal Bureau of Investigation won't do it either. The only thing left to protect the American people is the American people. Our future and our freedom will end one way or another, back where it started with we the people. We the people will have to defend ourselves from this government, defend ourselves from this rough beast. It's our come at last that we have allowed to go slouching towards Washington to be born. No, it's just us now. Just us alone. Click here to join our free newsletter and get a complimentary ebook of the best of Afterburner.